Welcome to EnVision Center News, where we discuss community impact and involvement with today's nonprofit leaders and philanthropists. Here we are today. I have Phyllis Foro, and she is with the CAbi Foundation. Well, she's with CAbi.
I'm with CAbi.
And she is going to be leading something here at the EnVision Center in conjunction with the Heart of CAbi Foundation, and we're going to learn all about that. So welcome, Phyllis.
Thank you for having me.
Yes.
It's a pleasure to be here.
All right. Well, I want to dive in right away and talk about what is CAbi.
What is CAbi? Oh, my goodness gracious. Well, CAbi was created through the belief that when we're in relationships with each other, we're better and we're doing things together. We fundamentally believe that women have a deep desire to connect in relationships, and we have a great gift for it because we're relational connoisseurs. Mm-hmm. And the whole way of connecting is through clothes, because we know that clothes change lives. It gives us the enthusiasm and joy for life when we know we step out of our closet saying, I am ready to meet the day.
I love it. I love it. Okay. And so CAbi is a clothing company, and they have what type of clothes do you guys have?
We have separates for every body and every activity that you have in your life. And we believe in capsule dressings. And what that is you create a capsule out of maybe 10 to 15 items and create different looks with those items. So simply put, we offer that sweet spot of connection, confidence through best-in-class technology. And we even have an app called the CAbi Tap, which you can put in your phone, and it becomes your stylist in your pocket.
Oh, wow.
And it shows everything that's in your CAbi closet. And it's like having me in your closet sharing with you looks of the day and how to coordinate those outfits. So you're never alone. You know how to wear, what to wear, and see what other stylists and other CAbi girls are wearing.
Yeah. How fun is that?
It's
so it
way
knows
fun.
Exactly what's in my closet, and it'll mix and match it for me?
Yep, and I can update that. Like if I know that there's things in your closet right now through our wonderful contact manager, thank you so much on that. I can see what's in your closet, and you say, hey, I need something to kick this jacket up a notch or two because I'm going to a wedding. Now, what would you suggest? And I can go into our contact manager and see what you have and tell you what would be great in the new collection, or even things in your closet that you could wear to that event.
Wow. I love that.
It's really fun.
Yeah, super fun. So how long have you been connected to CAbi?
Well, let me tell you a little bit of history, first of all.
Okay.
CAbi was founded 20 years ago by Carol Anderson.
Okay.
Carol used to do designing for the major department stores such as Nordstrom's, Macy's, Dillard's, etc. And in my corporate life, I wore Carol Anderson because it fit, it traveled nice. I learned about capsule dressing through one of the gals in Nordstrom's, and they did carry my size. So I was just really happy because I carry my luggage. And during that time, Carol was asked by the major department stores to, hey, you're going to do this, you're going to do this, we want you to style this and this. And Carol said, I'm a designer, okay? And so things got a little stressful, and she decided to step back from all of that stress and form her own company. Hence, it's called CAbi, which is Carol Anderson by Invitation. And so what we do is we invite ladies to learn about CAbi in the comfort of their place or my place or through one-on-one personals. Since I was in corporate world, I wore CAbi for almost 15 years. I was a guest at CAbi shows. I was a CAbi hostess. And when I retired, after a couple months of not having anything to do, I decided that I needed a little something. And so I became a stylist in April, actually this month, of 2019.
Okay.
In fact, the 16th is the anniversary of my very first show here in Sandpoint.
Oh, nice.
And so this is my 10th season with CAbi.
Wow.
And I'm just having fun.
I love it.
I'm having fun with it.
Okay. And so how many relationships do you have with women now because of this?
Oh my gosh. I've been building my CAbi group. Wow. I think the last count I saw in my contact manager, which is our software of women that I have touched, over 1,000.
Oh my goodness.
And now it's not just in this area, but during COVID, we created a platform called Front Row, which we can actually bring CAbi to you right in your living room, in the comfort of your couch, and you feel like you're watching a fashion show on the front lines of that fashion show. So you can gather your girlfriends there. Your girlfriends can be all over the country and watching this with you.
Oh, how fun.
It is very fun.
I love it. What a network.
It is. It's great.
Yes. So I want to talk a little bit about this upcoming event that we have and how we are partnering.
So excited.
Yes. So tell us about these Live Local and Love Local events and what that means and how those come to life.
Well, it was very interesting because one of the questions that you had asked me to give you a little information on is how did these Live Local events come to be? Well, our founder and chief, Sid Ryan, our co-founder and cultural officer, her and her team were thinking about what could we do as an organization to give back to women, to have a lasting effect on their lives. And it wasn't too long after that the CAbi Foundation was formed, and it's in alignment with our mission, and it promotes restoration, vocation, and education to women in need. And so basically one of the things that we can do, anybody can do, is when they place an order with us, they can round up to the nearest dollar. That goes to the foundation. They can give a donation. We have a Heart of CAbi item every season. This year, it's the Serenity Tea. It's adorable. It's white with pink stripes. 100% of that sales goes to the foundation.
Oh, very nice.
And so basically, this is CAbi's way of identifying a way to give back to women in need through the Heart of CAbi Foundation.
I love it.
And so the next part of your question was?
My next part of the question is, what is that going to mean for us here in Sandpoint?
Oh, my goodness. Okay. Well, every year we have an event, and this has been going on, I believe, over 6 years now, where we have a committee that identifies the Heart of CAbi Week, and that's always a week in May. So there's all kinds of things happening in May to help support the foundation, but to give back to women who need it. So last year, with a group of our stylists, we had the opportunity of having a Live Local event in Spokane. And we served over 100 women. And basically they were invited and they came away with a new wardrobe, 5 or 6 new items of things. And CAbi donates over 400 items to this event: sized clothing, accessories, things like scarves, belts, and jewelry and things like that. So it was really fun. And that was my first time actually going and helping at one, because they've always been so far away. All right. After that event, in fact, one of our board members, your board members, Charity Hagel, she came with me. And coming back from that event, our hearts were so full that we helped so many women that we said, there's got to be a way to have this in Sandpoint or closer to home next year. So when the applications came out, I called Charity. I said, okay, who do we know? How can we create this proposal with all of the different wonderful agencies we have here? And of course, then that's when she mentioned the EnVision Center in Linus, who I knew from CAbi when I first started in 2019.
Wild.
And then it began.
Yes.
We looked at your mission statement and your values. And the neat thing about it is they were in sync with exactly what the Heart of CAbi Foundation and Live Local events are. So Linus and Charity and I put this together, sent it on. We were one of the very first applicants, and we were just praying that it would happen in Sandpoint, because they've always been in very large cities. And when I got the recommendation that said, yes, we're having it in Sandpoint, I mean, it was,
so
Linus,
much joy.
Well, you heard it from Linus.
Yes.
What did she say?
Oh, my goodness. Well, she was just through the moon. I mean, right, like you said, it's like in Atlanta, in Spokane, in New York City, and all these big metropolises, and here, little tiny Sandpoint, and let alone Idaho.
Idaho. This happens to be the first one in Idaho. I'll give you some stats here and allow me to read them. We have since 2021. This is when these things started happening. We have served over 18.7 million women in 30 countries, which is kind of exciting. And the CAbi Foundation has funded loans for women in underdeveloping countries to the tune of, let me just see here, almost $19,000 through the Make a Change, and they partner with a company called Opportunity International to do this. So every time we bring on a new stylist, and right now CAbi's hiring, so if you like to do what I do and have fun playing in clothes, talk to me later. For every new stylist that comes on board, CAbi funds a small business loan to a woman in an underdeveloping country. Great. And we, as stylists, get the profile of that woman. So when I came on, my lady lived in the Polynesian Islands, and she was a hairstylist, had a very small shop. Okay. And as we listened to the story, the shop grew. They now did hair and nails and whatever. She was able to put her kids through school. Yeah. She was able to buy a car and pay her bills.
I love it.
That's kind of, so that's
I love it. You get to follow on that journey.
You do.
Yeah,
you do.
Support these women.
So during the Heart of CAbi Foundation Week this year, there's going to be 60 events throughout the U.S., Canada, and the U.K. And we're soliciting stylists to come help us. So our group of stylists in the Spokane, Coeur d'Alene, Sandpoint area will be helping, and also volunteers from your organization.
Yep. Yes. I love it. I mean, we are so excited. The EnVision Center has reached out to Community Cancer Services, Life Choices Pregnancy Center, the Magnolia House, Priest River Ministries, Bonner Homeless Transitions, and then multiple different congregations to find women to come to this event. And we're expecting to have about 50 women there for your stylists to love on and for us to just be put at your beck and call. We'll be hanging, steaming, doing whatever you tell us to do. But we're so excited to have all these women just feel your love. And there was a line that I saw on your website, and it was really about like restoring women's dignity when they've gone through challenging times. And, I think that every woman has gone through very challenging times, no matter what that might be and how that looks. And so we're going to have a melting pot of ladies at this event, but I am certain that they will be leaving, feeling just like a million bucks.
They really do. I'll tell you a little story that really touched my heart last year. And keep in mind that these women have gone through life-challenging events, whether it's been death, whether it's been unemployment, whether them being battered or going through anything like cancer or whatever, or totally losing their home. Yep. And they have children, etc. So this one lady, after we had found all kinds of fun things for her in her new wardrobe, she said, I just have to thank you so much, guys, because this is the first time in I don't know how many years that I have a brand new pair of pants that has not been on somebody else's body. Yeah. And it's heart-wrenching. It's just so much fun. So if any of you out there, any of your folks just love to help dress and put together little capsules, that's what we need, many hands to make these women feel so wonderful that day.
Yes. I know we've talked about adding some extra fun things to this event, like some hairstylists or makeup, and we're going to have a photographer that day that's going to be there capturing all the electricity going on. So that would be another opportunity if there's any stylists out there that love to play with hair or makeup or get involved in all
nails,
those
quick manicure. Yeah.
We'll find room for you to come and do all things girly that day.
That's what. And so why don't you share the date and what kind of volunteers that we need the day before?
Okay. So on May 20th, that's when we're inviting all of our women out. And we are going to, the day before, Friday, May 19th, we're going to be transforming the EnVision Center. We're going to be getting hanging racks, and we're going to be steaming clothing, hanging clothing, folding clothing, transforming this place into a shopping mecca. it won't feel like an office. It's going to be
No.
filled with all, balloons and signage and mirrors, all of those things.
And
So
a few little refreshments along the way.
Yep, absolutely. There'll be food and beverages, and it really will just be kind of a fun opportunity for us to all come together. So, yeah, we have opportunities for volunteers to come and help us sort and fold.
Unpack the boxes. CAbi
Yeah.
will be sending all these boxes to me. And I'll be transporting them to you with a few of my friends that have trucks. Anybody out there?
Yes. Yep.
And we'll need help getting the things out of the boxes, putting them on the racks, putting them on the table in sizes, and then just getting ready to greet our guests.
Yes. Yes. And we're so excited to have these women come. We have a little online, I guess it's not really a quiz. What would you call it? Just an online form that is going to collect their sizes, their preferences. We're going to hand that off so that each stylist knows these women and can have a really fruitful time with them. And it's going to be great. I just can't wait for this to unfold. It's such an opportunity.
Well, when the women come, and we were talking about having a stylist or a volunteer, you don't have to be a CAbi stylist to do this. You can come and just help us if you like clothes and, want to spread the love. They will be assigned a volunteer.
Yeah.
And we will already know ahead of time what colors they like, what sizes they are, so we can help them put together something that they'll really feel good in. And they will go away with a bag of new clothing and accessories.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. And then we talked about any of the leftover clothing getting taken over to Priest River Ministries Advocates for Women, where they already have a clothing store, so they can absorb that. And they were thrilled, had mentioned that they could use that for their women in shelter.
Right, and that's for donations. That's for the donations, not for sale.
Correct.
Perfect.
Yeah. Yes.
Perfect.
So, yeah, they don't charge anyone anything.
I love it.
No.
So if folks want to know more, how to get in touch with me, how to get in touch with you, what do they do?
Yes, so they should. Actually, we're sending all of our inquiries for this to Linus's email at the moment.
Okay.
So Linus, J, Linnis, J, at CREC, CREC, Idaho.com. And if you want to be blessed by this event and come and participate, just send her an email and she'll be in contact with you. Or if you want to volunteer, we'll get you plugged in that area as well. But you tell us how people can find out more about CAbi and about what you have coming down the pipeline.
Great. Well, my personal website is my name, Phyllis, Phyllis, F as in Frank, ORO, Phyllis Foro, CABionline.com. Excuse me, Phyllis Foro, CABionline.com.
Yep.
And if you just go ahead and just do that, or if that's too much to understand to keep in your mind, just put CAbi in your browser or CAbi online. And then when you get to the corporate website, it says Find a Stylist, put my name in, Phyllis Foro, put Sandpoint, Idaho. It'll lead you right to my website.
Yeah.
And it shows you all the fun things that we have in our collection. We have 2 collections a year. We're in our spring-summer right now. And you'll see a link to the foundation. You'll see a link to some fashion shows and all kinds of everything CAbi. Anything you want to know is right there.
I love it.
My contact information is there. Reach out. I'll be more than happy to share with you.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much for coming here, for your time, and
You're
for
welcome.
setting this up. We are just thrilled that this collaboration gets to happen and that we are going to be blessing all these women.
I'm excited. And I thank you so much for partnering with CAbi to make this happen.
Oh, gosh, we're thrilled. Yes. All right. Thank you. Thanks for listening to today's episode. For more information, you can go to CRECidaho.com. Please like, share, and subscribe. We'll see you again soon.